I had a comment yesterday about, our on Jerry's live about a poster I have or something I have of Thor's hammer, and I'm looking around and I'm like, there are no Thor's hammer tapestries or anything like that on my walls. So I have no idea what they were talking about. But I didn't come on here just to talk about my tapestries or my room or anything like that. I actually came in here to, I don't even know how to put it. Um, I should have brought in something to drink. I just realized that. So, for those of you who are waiting, give me a second and I will be back. All right. Um, so, I went out and got my water. All right, my phone my phone got kicked off of the network. If that happens again, I'm just going to switch over to my tablet. The heck is wrong with my damn phone? But these puppets or whatever, um, I have not watched them, so I can't say they're funny or not. Jerry doesn't watch them, so I don't know why she got upset. I don't know if she got upset because people, their opinions and whatnot. They do things to. I feel fine, Tina. It's just this whole situation this morning. Um, I really don't want to talk about it, but I just want to apologize to everybody, mostly towards my wife, because it was upsetting, and she's still upset. But I will say on the positive side of things, um, my office is nearly complete. Just have like a small group of boxes that I have to take out and put into the shed, but we need to clean out and fix the shed. Jerry wants to get a storage facility for all our boxes and extras and whatnot. And I understand. I'm like, if we can afford it, sure. If we can't afford it, then yeah, that and trying to get all the stuff that I have um, from the house or from the shed to the van to the storage facility is like, ouch. Um, Honestly, I don't know how much it's going to do to my back, which is one of the biggest things I'm always worried about is my back conditions. Um, so yeah. Hi Nelly. So right now we are. This room is about 95% complete, except for the stuff that I need to take to put in storage and whatnot. And then Janine's craft room, I'm going to say at least 75 to 80% done. There's a few things that need to be worked on in the room. Then there's the exchange of, putting her crafting table back in there and get the big dining room, the big table I was using before in here. So there's just some minor like rearrangement of furniture and and putting boxes outside. Um, Sorry, I'm a little tired. I didn't sleep well last night, and I didn't take my usual. Hey, the dog's down, mom's down. I'm gonna take a nap myself. But there's a lot of stuff to do in between now and Wednesday. Um, so I'm gonna have to push myself to do, you know, basic stuff. Um, I think the hardest thing that's going to be to do is get the two tables moved around and some other furniture pieces moved around and that kind of stuff. So there's quite a bit of work to do still, but not all of it is 100% necessary. I mean, yes, making the closets look good, making the rooms look good, making the countertops in the kitchen look good. Um, that's about it. I was going to go through our drawers in the kitchen to pull out stuff that we haven't used in 5 or so years and decide if we need to keep it or not, and then just straighten out the drawers. Um, so yeah, you know, I'm just kind of like, how do we do this without inflaming my back or irritating our muscles and whatnot? No, Mona shouldn't be blocked on my channel. Um, no, actually, I did see Mona's name up. The comments were coming so fast I couldn't, catch her what she was saying. Yeah. Um, I'm actually surprised that she didn't suggest videotaping the cleaning up in here, uh, which was fine by me. I was like, I don't know where I'd set up a camera that people can see everything, or Jerry can monitor what was going on. Because Jerry was in here to help me out with cleaning up stuff and deciding what to do with it. That water might not be what I need right now. I might need something warm for my postnasal drip. Um, the next biggest room to deal with would be the front room because the living room is just tidying up and putting stuff away or in storage. Um, so yeah, that's what's going on with my room right now. Is I got this wall of stuff. Um, Here, let me see if I can. This little corner of stuff that some of it's some more of it. Excuse me. Let me fix my. Okay, my tripod was on my phone. That's what the problem was. Um, some of it's a little bit of camping gear left over. Some odds and ends from this room, and then there are a few things that I don't remember if it's giveaway or not. I got a gray tote here on the floor, which is basically my tools. Um, and then, of course, the bag of trash that needs to go out. It's not totally full yet, but I got a few little things here and there that are part of this room. I just don't know where I'm going to put it right now because my space is kind of limited. Um, I told Jerry if we stay here, which is still under debate, um, I would need some more shelving units in here, or display cases on the wall to display a lot of my stuff or have places for the stuff. Um, that and I've got we found like two boxes full of books. Some of them are Jerry's books or Harry Potter books and whatnot, but a lot of them are my books. books I've either read, books I'm keeping for reference. Um, Finally found when we found the box of books, I looked at it and found my Nordic Way book, so I can get more recipes out of there. And it's not just about cooking; it's about living a certain way as well. At least I think. Let me. Yeah, the science behind the Nordic Way. All right, no, this is all dietary. All right, this one's all dietary. It's the other book I wanted to find, How to Hagee. But I've got my American Cozy, which is the American version of How to Hagee. Um, it's there's a lot of things coming and going and kind of coming together and all that fun stuff. It's just one day at a time. I am. That's why I'm trying not to be overly stressed. I'm hoping. I'm hoping, Nelly. I'm hoping to get some more recipes out there and whatnot. Um, I don't know what all recipes I've done, so if I redo recipes, well, I gotta find a way to like file my recipes in a different file than just what I've got now for YouTube. I wish I can. There's a gentleman on. Okay, Bluegrass. Um, there is a gentleman by the name of Barry. I think his last name is Allen. I'm not sure, but I know his first name is Barry, and he's got this like show that he does from his home in England, and he does mostly. He basically displays or tests different kitchen gadgets. Um, I don't know if he's got a sponsorship or not, but he does a lot of different cooking and baking with these different gadgets, or he found recipes or something like that he wanted to try and basically showed you how to try it. And then there's another guy, and I don't know if he's British or English, but he puts on a really good show about recipes from cookbooks from you know all the way back in the 20s. Um, he's kind of funny because some of these recipes are like that just sounds nasty, and he makes them, and he even taste tests them, and you can tell when they're just like not so great because of his facial expressions. But he's a fun guy. Unfortunately, I don't know him that well because Jay watches him the most, and sometimes I catch the demonstration show, whatever you want to call it. But they're both on YouTube. Um, so it's um, yeah. I mean, like using certain ingredients that we don't use nowadays to make a cake or a pie or something like that. That just like you know, like how many people nowadays still use lard? Um, I don't know that many people. Granted, I do save the baking grease from cooking a panful of bacon. Yeah, like the Seven Up cake from 1971. Um, the reason why I remember that is because that's also my birth year. Um, but I use bacon grease when I'm cooking eggs. You save that bacon grease and make sure there's no crummy things in it, unless it's chunks of bacon. And I let it cool down, put it in the refrigerator to save, and when I go to make eggs, I take a spoonful and use like the tip of a teaspoonful of that grease, throw it in my pan for making eggs in the morning or anything like that. Hmm. I've never heard of doing that, Nelly, but okay. Yep. Bacon grease, flour, milk. That makes a perfect gravy. Um, add add bits of chopped up pork sausage. And now you have a really good gravy mix to go on some good biscuits. Um, hmm. I guess that's one way to get lard. Um, huh. All right, I'll have to. Um, I gotta look in that because I see if I can do that on here. Um, come on. Sorry, right now I cannot see anybody's comments because I'm trying to find the crud. I don't know how to do that. Okay. This is usually where I go, Jerry. Um, I don't want to see a video on it. I just want to do it. Ay, 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 ay. All right, I cannot focus right now on that. I will have to look because I thought I saw Mona on here for a lot of different. So yeah, I'll have to look. Yeah, I'm gonna check later, Jan, because if she accidentally got blocked, I don't want her to be blocked. Okay, bluegrass. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but yeah. Anyhow, I'll have, like I said, I will check to see if Mona got blocked, and if she did, I'll try to unblock her. Um, I'll write this down so I don't forget. Uh, all right. But anyhow, the switch. Come on, Brian, work. Um, with what we've already done, the two rooms, and just have to. As soon as I can either go and get a storage facility or something like that, so I can clean out my shed and put actual stuff that we need storage, because most of what's in the shed is like the seasonal stuff, and I really want to go through the seasonal stuff and purge more. Which Jerry Ann is like, I thought we already purged enough, and I'm like, yeah, we purged maybe 4 out of 17 boxes, you know, and that's just for Christmas alone, and that's not even including the outside stuff. Which I'll be honest with you, I personally don't think we have enough outside decor, but that's yes, she is giving us a camper. She just got done Thursday with removing the stitches from her Achilles, I think it was. Um, but she has to go through rehab, which might be another week or so. So, I mean, for that right now, the way it sounds, yes, we're getting the camper. Um, I just um, I just don't want to speculate on anything right now. Sorry, I'm having back of my throat is very like irritated, and cold water is causing problems. Talking is causing problems. Post nasal drip is causing problems. So I'm like, just the vibration of me talking is causing my throat to go. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this right now. But I think most of it is because of the post nasal drip and the allergies. That and cleaning up the house, the way we have been cleaning up the house lately, has been kicking up a lot of dust and whatnot. And we inhale it, and it bugs one or both of us. Um, I understand, Lisa, and that I, like I said, if she got blocked, it was an accident. Well, I don't know who did half baked. Like I said, I am pretty sure it's a legitimate accident on whomever. Yeah, it would be Lisa. That's why I'm. Okay, Ma. Thank you for being here. Unfortunately, Jerry Ann is not wanting to deal with anything right now. Otherwise, I'd ask her to yeah, try to undo it. Um, so hopefully Mona can hear me. Um, I express my apologies to however you got blocked. I will get on that right after I get done with this live. Um, so I am, like I said, I'm sorry that she's blocked right now. I don't know how it happened. It might have happened during my like day that there was so many negative comments coming through um, that I was in a like trying to block all the people, and I might have accidentally hit Mona on accident. So you know. But I can tell you that me and Mona do keep in contact via text messages, and I've heard all the different news from her and her father Hank. So I know we're not on bad terms. I just know that there was an accident that happened. Um, yeah, mom is one. You know, as much as what's going on between me, Jerry, mom, and all the people on the internet that mom listens to and deals with, um, we all know where we pretty much stand. And yes, I understand that it is mom's house, and mom can um, basically sell the house out from under us and go her own way. Um, oh, I know it. The I had I had an idea not too long ago, and I did not talk to mom about it because um, it was one of those when can I talk to mom about it and not cause any hubbubaloo. So I have to talk to mom about this idea. Um, in fact, I gotta write it down before I forget again. Um, so glad I have this little piece of paper here. Otherwise, not be writing down notes. Ah, talk amongst yourselves while I write this out. All right. Um, let's see here. Uh, yeah. Um, I know, and I'm so glad you guys are worried about mom, but it's not that I don't want you to be worried about mom because I won't let anything bad happen to her. I'm actually trying to think of um, I'm just trying to think of ways to make everybody happy. Unfortunately, um, the only thing I can think of right now is just trying to find a way to help mom be able to either be happy here at the house or be close by because even if she goes into a independent living type facility that doesn't cost a lot of money, um, at least I won't worry as much because she'll be able to get a hold of somebody um, in the services in the medical field to get to her faster than I probably could, um, and do whatever they feel is necessary to help her out. Um, well, half baked. I don't think she'll need a moderator because she kind of said that she probably won't do lives, but if she decides to do lives, um, uh, I don't know who she can get to be a moderator. You know, care or whatever. Uh, let's see here. Uh, are there retirement? There are a couple of different retirement homes here in Rolla um, that have independent living. It's just one of them that mom looked at was a little pricey. She has a friend who could probably help mom find one that's not so pricey with good services. Um, So I don't think mom is looking for a companion at her age, but who knows? I mean, who knows? Um, I don't. Yeah. Okay, you're answering that, mom. I'm sorry I didn't see your name at first. Um, but no, I am hoping that I'm I'm brain dead. No, I was hoping to talk to mom about the possibility of not exactly staying in the same house, but finding something that Jerry and I can afford, and mom being just like either right in the same. I don't want to say apartment complex, but the same neighborhood. Because I am not living in no, I'm not living in a duplex, and I am not living in a um, apartment where it's not really apartment. It's a duplex, Jim. The only difference about the ones that I'm used to are 2 stories. Well, so 4 different like apartments and their own exit entrance type deal. There's Mona. I thought you. Mona, were you blocked or did you use a different um name? But anyhow, glad to see you here, Mona. So I don't know if the Mona that we blocked is until we know better. Um, how you doing, Mona? How's your foot? Jerry might have unblocked her. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jerry. Um, Jerry, if you want to come in as a mod, that's great. So yeah, yeah, that's the message I got from Jerry. Um, all right. Not that anybody's being rude or anything like that right now, but I'm going to say this again. I am I'm tired of dealing with obnoxious people. I'm tired of dealing with rude people. I'm, and this is a general statement. I know the people who. Okay, that might be my network. Sometimes it does that. Um, but I've noticed every so often a comment that is watching yesterday's her video yesterday. Well, my well, my phone off of Wi-Fi because sometimes being on Wi-Fi causes my phone. By what happens? Okay. Yeah, all you guys, the messages just came flying up on my phone, so it might have been a Wi-Fi thing. Sometimes I have to turn it on, sometimes I have to turn it off because it wants to kick.
Try turning off either your phone or your tablet. I noticed if I have both on, screwy.
Okay. Thanks, Ma. It's all right. Um, Mom just came in to inform me sometimes when I have both phone and device going, it might happen. And if I turn off my phone, I won't have you guys. If I turn off my tablet, I won't be able to see your comments. So I'm gonna keep going, and if I'm still frozen, maybe I'll have to just end this. Um, no volume. Wow. All right, hold on a second. Can you hear me now? Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. If not, there's something going on with my phone or the net or whatever. Um, so I'm just waiting to see if you guys can hear me because I don't know. I mean, I have Storm that says that Storm and Crafty says you got okay. You can hear me. Um, anyhow, um, our plans for this well, Monday is going to be very busy because Drea has two appointments, and I think Mom has an appointment, and I'm going to try to get into DSS and see if I can sit down. How long it's going to take to work on the paperwork, and do I need to set a an appointment, which I should have done last week, but you know my nerves and anxieties and all the fun things I get to deal with as a person with bipolarism and ADHD and all that fun garbage. Um, I am not always like confident enough to go into a place like DHS or not DHS, DSS or or social. Um, yeah, it's hard for me to do certain things like that. Um, I almost feel like making Nelly a mod for my channel sometimes. Um, but Oh, Gravy Master is like one of the best things to use for making gravy. I didn't even know that until meeting Jerry's family. Her father would use that a lot. Um, Pearl, it's just a matter of having the confidence, let alone having. Now, Jerry backs me up when it comes to things like this because she'll try her best to give me a confidence boost. But it's one of those like you know it's almost like one of those things is like once I get in the door, it's like there's no turning back. I got to do this. It's just getting to the door. Yeah, Jen, I've experienced that. I mean, but this is a whole new realm for me. I mean, excuse the pardoning, but I'm not one to adult. I'd rather adulting is one of those kind of like this is too scary. But yeah, dinner at Pearls. What is she making? I didn't catch it. I'm sorry. Um, New Hampshire. We wouldn't get there until sometime late Monday, early Tuesday, depending on who's driving. Because I will not drive through certain cities. Um, you know, the times that I had to go to New York was really like, oh my god, this is nerve wracking, but I made it through. So I'm not like if I know where I'm going or if I have a GPS unit that will like let me know, then yeah, I will more than happily follow the GPS. Um, well, it's not up the coast. It's more like I-44 to I-70 to I forgot what the other highway is that interchanges and whatnot when she gets to New York is like mm. Even though I did find a shortcut um, through New York to Massachusetts when I was working for Toyota, and I had to drive a Rav no yeah a Rav 4 to a dealership in Massachusetts or whatever that state is right above New York, and then drive a Prius back. And I tell you what, the Prius had more get up and go than that Rav 4. I mean, it's like when I drove it, I was thinking to myself, man, if I had the money, I would buy not a Rav 4, I would buy a Prius because it had more up, get up and go. That Rav 4 was like, okay, this thing has nothing, no get up and go. Uh, sorry, DSS. You can probably check them out online. Maybe download forms for application. You know what, Lady Boy, I've never thought about that. I'm gonna have to look into that now. Hey, Sheila's here. Wow, I got Sheila and Nelly. Some of my first subscribers. Uh, Jim, exactly. I'm recently separated, and I don't want the adult either. I don't like the situation I'm in, but sometimes we just have to pick ourselves up and start again, whether we think we can or not. Yeah, you're right about that, Sheila. I mean, yeah. And Ma, you're right too. It probably would be better for me in person because a lot of times doing it online does not give the people the chance to look at me and watch me operate and realize, yeah, this guy's got some issues. Um, Not just with the bipolarism, but with like a lot of different things. Um, because I am asking you, going right to the source and asking, are you able to go with Joan? Oh, that would be up to mom. And mom, you're probably right. I would probably need to try to do this by myself and maybe just the only thing I would have an issue with is answering certain kinds of questions because my memory is not always the greatest on certain things. So I don't know either. Uh, so I can make put stops. Yeah. uh, yeah. I mean, I would love to go and see people at various different locations. I know Jerry might have issues with certain going to certain people, but yeah, she can. I don't want to say she can stay in the band. I don't want any issues. Uh, Maybe take your hanging book and find a nice quiet stream, a blanket, and read away. Oh, that's one of the reasons why I've been wanting to move closer to areas where they have a lot of streams and wooded areas and maybe streams next to a park or something like that. Even here in Missouri, we have one or two campgrounds that are close to various rivers and whatnot. So yeah, I would love to do something like that. Um, I never thought I would be on my own after 41 years of marriage. Um, yeah, we can never know what happens as a married couple that could cause a rift or a breakup or you know the loss of a partner, basically, whether it's natural or non-natural. Um, so it's a crazy world out there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Mom. To my benefit, uh, can they can pull Jerry's file and have all your info. We know you can do this. Thank you. Um, Oh, your daughters went to Australia. Wow. Just be careful out there because they got some gnarly critters out there that you know danger, danger, danger. Um, think of it as a new chapter in life. Yeah, definitely. Cottage. Pearl. Sorry. Brain's backwards. That's the only way you can take it. I mean, one day at a time. That's how you have to take it in general. Is one day at a time. Uh, oh, so your daughters live one in Sydney, one in San Diego. Wow, Sydney, Australia. It's funny because I have a second cousin who's just about out of college. Her name, I think it's Ma, correct me on this. Which one is getting out of college? Is it Sydney or Riley? Um, um, okay, Sydney's the one who's almost out of school or out of college. Well, that's good because I mean, Riley is my other cousin, Sydney's sister, and I think Riley is a junior or a sophomore. I can't remember. Sorry, folks. My brain just oh, dad, tell me what time is it? Okay. Sorry, folks. Today's been a real, I'm going to say humdinger of a day, and a lot of things that we were supposed to do today. Okay. A lot of things we were supposed to do just kind of got tossed out the window, and uh, I never pulled anything out. Oh, that's right. Jerry was going to cook something. Um, I just have to run to the store for a couple items. Um, Jerry, if you're still listening, I'm still waiting for the grocery list for Aldi. Um, well, life is what it is, and um, I just try to go with the punches. Um, Martin, it took me by shock and surprise, and um, I'm not fully 100% sure what exactly transpired. It caused her to go off. Jerry, um, Jerry hasn't made dinner yet, and it's only 3:30, so it's like, oh, you're crashing. Oh, your sugars. Um, oh crud. Um, what do you need? You need bowl of cereal, sandwich. What do you need, babe? Pearl's got some insight on your mental, your knee, your yeah. Well, for Jerry, anything below 100 can be a problem for her. Could cause her to crash. Um, Hold on a second, ladies. I gotta check on her. What do you need, babe? Okay, so honey bun. What? Yeah, yeah. Should I let her out? I don't. No, she's awake. She's been on live. Yeah. Oreo, leave mama alone. Yeah. Oreo. No. Yeah, you can come in with me. I'm just more interested and worried about your sugar level. Come on, baby. Yeah, and unfortunately, they go by too fast. Come on, baby. Come on, Oreo. Okay. Sorry about that. But all right. Yeah, her anytime her blood level or sugar levels go below 100, um, she's supposed to, get something sweet or that will cause her sugar bounce up. Um, I don't know. It won't get shut down. You know. Let's see here. Not if I can help it. I'm still. um, no, I understand. Um, I do worry about certain things and how it affects us. Oh, excuse me. Oh, let's see here. Well, Pearl, you're somewhat right. I mean, it would be nice to have no issues, but unfortunately, life is full of issues of one form or another. Um, Freeport. Oh wow. Anyhow, I'm glad you guys are talking uh with mom and everybody else. Mary, I get plenty of time to myself and to be alone. Um, Jerry Ann and I have made agreement so I can have some alone time. And granted, a lot of it is in the morning or after 8 p.m. Um, so I usually have I try not to take over an hour in the morning. And after 8 o'clock, I'm usually from 8 to 10 or whenever I start to get groggy. Usually, it's about 10:30 is when I'm really groggy. So I'm usually in bed by 10 unless it's one of those days where um, if I don't work, basically, if I don't do some kind of work during the daytime, I realize that at nighttime, I don't get sleepy until midnight. And I try to get up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm trying to slowly adjust my sleep schedule so I can be up by 8. But the thing is, with the way I am, um, that's not always easy because if I got a lot on my mind or planning for the next day, it's hard for me to shut down my mind, and I usually end up having to drink a cup of sleepy time tea or something like that to help me start to unwind. So half baked. I did some research and um, they're saying that this year because of the crazy weather, it could be humid down there in June. And I'm like, how humid, you know? And I know where Mona lives, it's in the northwestern part of the state. So they're not as close to the Gulf Coast, but still, if it gets too humid here in Missouri, I can only wonder what the humidity is down there. Now I'm not trying to deter my mom from going. In fact, I really feel that she needs a vacation since we haven't been able to go to Ohio like we normally do during the summertime in quite some time. So it would be like a mini vacation for her. So yeah, um, Helen again, it's up to her. Um, it really, yeah, mom's not really. d- Mom hasn't said yes or no. She's still trying to decide. Um, Mary, I'm not saying you do or don't. It's just sometimes I guess the best way to put it is I guess my issue isn't you guys caring about me or not because it's one of those like um I guess in my mind I'm old fashioned about how my wife gets treated you guys can treat me with all the dignity and respect you want to put out there. But when Jerry or I start to feel that you're disrespecting her, and and in essence, she's an extension of me by marriage. Um, and I just there are just times where certain things are said that I just go, no, no. Um, so it's kind of like one of those. When do I stand up for her? When I don't, and a lot of times I don't often enough. Um, so well, if mom decides to go down to Louisiana, we're not going to do anything to disrupt her stuff. Um, and I, I mean, mom is pretty much self-contained in her rooms, um, and Ann and I are determined to basically, I don't want to say minimalize our home, but we're making certain changes so our home could be appealing to anybody who wants to come and look at it for a purchase. But I would not go through that process without mom. So I got her a honey bun. Probably when I was moving around the house, the distance between the um, the mic receiver was causing it to get garbled. Usually, when it's really humid here in Missouri, she doesn't always stay indoors. It really depends on how humid or muggy it may feel. So it's really up to mom. Um, yeah, as mom said, stay indoors. Come on. Oh, Jerry's blood sugar level dropped below 100, which is too low for her, and I got her a honey bun to help the sugar level go up, or glucose, whatever the thing is monitoring. Okay, crafty, or crafting. I don't know who the question is pointed towards. Um, yeah. So yeah, you get it, Sheila. Um, I figured if the one person was saying that they couldn't hear me, it was a personal issue. Um, well, what we're going to do is we are boxing everything. The only thing we're leaving up on the wall, especially in the living room, is just words or sayings. No pictures, no personal imagery or whatever. Um, but yeah, you're right about that crafting. We're trying to. Let's see here. Mary, yeah, you're right about that. People on the outside see a little bit differently than those who are in the middle of it. Um, but mm, there's I don't even know how to describe it, but you know the what's been going on lately is causing all of us strains or stresses of one form or another, and today was just one of those days that kind of like the straw broke the camel's back type deal. Um, Crafting Queen. After looking at a couple of houses that we saw on listings and seeing how their houses were presented, we decided to basically take off most, if not all, of our personal pictures, the pictures and whatnot, but leave like the different sayings or I don't know how to call it. Um, Unfortunately, she currently does not have anything on, at her bedside. That's why I had to get her a honey bun. Okay. If we're starting to have technical difficulties, I might have to um, end this because I can't do nothing about it on my end. She is Angela, and unfortunately, um, sometimes my defense of my wife um, causes more problems for me than not. That and I don't, I don't like rocking the boat, but sometimes I do. Jane, I do understand what you're saying, and unfortunately, I can't always get that. Um, well, Pearl, unfortunately, that's part of the problem. Um, she does support me in certain ways, but she is not obedient to me. Maybe that's the wrong word, but yeah. She was slightly not exactly in her right mindset for the live. I don't know if what I don't always know what's going on with Jerry day to day without asking, and sometimes I forget to ask. But this morning she did seem a little reluctant, and I was kind of like, well, it's technically up to you if you want to do a live or not. Um, but she wanted to do it, and I was just kind of like, okay, I'll support you. Um, Yes, Oreo loves her nanny. Um, okay, I'm glad you guys couldn't hear me. Um, okay, good, good. Well, half baked. That's the issue. Um, Jerry wants to stay. Jerry wants to try to be able to afford to get the house from mom, which I ran the numbers and I'm like, we would have to earn more than we are now to pay for all the bills and mortgage and all this fun stuff that we would have to pay for. Now, I had some thoughts and I really didn't want to bring this up online, but the thoughts were to find a way to boost my credit so my credit score would go up, making it easier for us to get a first home by a homeowner's discount and a few other different things that are by law technically technically a good thing. So I'm like, okay, um, but that's something I want to talk to mom offline. Okay, I'm sorry, I skipped a couple questions. And okay, Mary. All right. Yes, mom does deserve the peace and quiet on her terms. Um, but because of her love and concern for me, um, she's gone through all this stress and whatnot. And well, in order to boost my credit, I would have to have an asset of one form or another that will help boost my credit scores, which will basically rise my credit scores and all that stuff to a good level. Mine right now are kind of wavering between green and yellow. Jerry's is worse. Jerry's I think is more in the red or in the yellow, but I'm not sure because I don't look at her scores. Um, that was yes. Jerry had the idea of boosting my scores, but we didn't. We were like, how do we do that? I have an idea, but like I said, I don't want to talk about it online. I want to talk to mom first. Um, so I mean, once I talk to mom, we can make decisions and whatnot. Um, so I'm just kind of like, hopefully things will work out in the near future. Um, but right now, my hold on. No, I wasn't going to do that. Um, I was going to. See, you're trying to get me to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Um, no, no, no. I don't want mom to sign anything to help boost my scores. Like I said, that's between me and mom, and right now I'm not going to do anything that would cause mom any hardships. So okay, I'm starting to get a little confused because some of the comments. Um, okay, if we're going to continue asking questions about something I do not want to talk about, I will end this because some of you may be trying to do good for both me and mom, but right now some of you are literally working against me and my mom. And I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to deal with it. Okay. Whatever happens between me and my mom for me is really not totally your concern. I do appreciate you guys wanting to help. Um, I understand you guys want to make sure that my mom is taken care of, and we don't try to do anything to harm her, which you guys don't understand. I will never do anything to harm my mom. You know, the the stressors that are going on for my mom is the noise of me and Jerry's loud discussions, the dog who likes to play games. It stresses me out. It stresses mom out. Um, Pam, I see that you don't like my wife and you want to cause a rift. Know this: I signed a contract under God and family, a wedding contract. It's pretty much binding under God, and I'm not going to let you, upset me, upset her, upset mom because of your issues. I know from what I've heard that you have a lot of personal issues. So, out of all the people who are saying that Jerry needs mental help, well, yo, kettle, you're black because everybody in today's society needs some form of mental help. So, unless you are a perfect, non cynical person, or what are we going to call this, don't be throwing stones. All right. Well, that's not your problem, Pam. That's between the three of us. Do I go snooping into your family's life to tell your family what they need and what kind of problems they're having? No, I don't. And the way you go about it is just way too aggressive. There's no kindness in your words, period. Take off your blinders, you'll see how crazy this world has gone in the last 40 decades. And this particular last decade has been the worst, so take it from somebody who's been through the ringer mentally. Where'd you get to know what? What did you sniff over that got you sneezing all of a sudden? Huh? Well, then quit going after it, whatever it is, you goofy dog. But I mean, I'm no psychiatrist. I'm no professor. I'm no preacher. I'm no whatever you want to call the various religious leaderships, you know. But I'm tired of even my own family members, and I don't get a lot of people coming. I don't get my family members except for Pam jumping on here. But even if they were to, if the rest of my family were to jump on here and make crazy ass claims about my wife, no, nobody could have known what would happen to Jerry and her health back in 2000. None of us. Okay, I take what I take what we have been given, and I try my best every day to deal with it. Some days I'm really good at it. Other days, no, you know, I'm just no, not there. Right? We all get up every day and have to roll with the punches and deal with the circumstances of our life, whether it's we made it ourselves, whether it's the universe making it for us, whatever we're thrown, we have to learn how to get up every day and deal. I told you guys earlier, I don't like adulting. I don't like waking up and having to be an adult. But unfortunately, with all the circumstances around me, I have to do that now. And I'm slowly learning how to do that. I'm slowly learning how to deal with important issues like going to see DSS, going to fill out paperwork for SSI. Um, my mental issues alone, somebody said that SSI would do something for me. I don't know. I don't know what kind of hoops I'm gonna have to jump through with DSI or not DSI, SSI. I might have to get an SSI lawyer. I don't know. That's stuff that I don't worry about because that's somewhere in the future. I can only deal with what's in front of me right now. And yeah, Sunday. It's a Sunday, so if if the offices were open, I would have gone to them today, especially after what happened this morning, because I know I need mental help. Jerry knows she needs mental help. She's trying to get the help. I'm stuck in where am I going because I was denied the people I was supposed to go see denied because they're not doing it no more. So I'm doing what I can every day for me, you know. And it's not just for me because I have to take care of myself before I can take care of anybody else. But the thing is, sometimes my care and my is overruled because Jerry needs my help. Mom, she's pretty good, but I worry about her every day because of the short-term memory situation. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I want to jump back because I know I missed a bunch of your comments. Okay, you guys look like mostly talking amongst yourselves and mom. The craft room is secure. Um, we didn't see anything but evidence of mice. Um, so they've probably gone outside for the summertime. So I got to find out how they came in the house and try to plug that up. It's kind of one of the other reasons why I'd like to move out of this house. But I love this house for its location and its size and setup. Yes, I am part of a support group. The thing is, they don't meet that often, and a lot of times I don't get their notification about their meeting, so I miss them. Um, Come on, Oreo. Hmm? Want some attentions? That what your issue is? Uh, I'm going to try to plan on getting to SSI this week. Monday, probably not. Monday is going to be really busy. Tuesday, I don't know exactly what's going on, but yeah, if there's not much going on, I will try to get to SSI and have somebody help me do paperwork. I just hope the receptionist I had to deal with one time I went in for dropping off paperwork. She was a real, we'll just call her a sweetheart. Yeah, and if I get denied, I'll go in there and ask them why, and then thank them for the information so I can go to a lawyer. Um, because I mean, with my history, my mental history alone, and then now my physical history, I don't see why they would deny me. Um, so, but we'll see. But I'm on. Uh, yeah, that's one of the many things I'm probably going to be looking into as a social worker for my health. For my health, um, Jerry needs a lot of different things: social worker, counselor, um, you know, people like that. Somebody who'd come in once a week and check her wound care because I can do the bandaging and whatnot. It's somebody who's going to come in and go, yeah, you're progressing, you're getting better, or oh yeah, we need to get some sort of ointment or special tape or something like that so your skin doesn't get irritated and your actual sores heal up faster. Um, yeah, I've thought about that, Pearl. But yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, you guys are giving me a lot of good ideas. You really are. Um, well, the thing about downloading, well, I guess I could download the paperwork and do them here at the house, and then take them up to SSI and hand them to to the people, and see what happens. Um, mm, okay, Mary. Mary, you, excuse me, half baked. Dre used to have a social worker before she went on. She was working with hospice, and hospice will work with you um, if you're not on treatment. And because Jerry is not currently not on treatment, I I sometimes feel that hospice might be a benefit for Jerry, but at the same time, I don't know because I don't know the process. I don't know what all they do, how many, who comes in. To, you know, there's a lot of different things I don't know about hospice. So it's one of those like I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Um, Pearl, you're kind of right. You're right about that. Might even ask your doctor about a home health care nurse. They can advocate for you in all of these things. I never thought about that, Mary. I'm not sure. I don't know. um, I, Mom, I have to figure out what went wrong with it, and I got to figure out what's wrong with your printer. Um, okay. Um, all right. Doctors can Doctors have to get her on hospice. You can't do it. Yeah, I know. All right. Huh. Okay, Mary. Um, all right. I'm going to go ahead and get off this because it's gotten pretty long, and I gotta try to figure out what we're doing about dinner. So, um, I'm going to say good night. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of the day, and see you Tuesday. I think probably Tuesday, unless something sparks me to get on here. But yeah. So I will see you guys later. Guys, have a good one. Bye.